This news update is brought to you by...
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Pure happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
This is the Barbados Today Evening News Update for Monday, November 9. Thank you for joining us. I am Marie-Claire Williams. One political scientist believes Christchurch West MP Maria Agard is unlikely to come out the winner in the ongoing impasse with the Barbados Labour Party. Dr. Agard has been at odds with the BLP since September, when a bitter internal tussle saw the election of a new executive for the Christchurch West branch. Since then, Agard has refused to work with the new executive, and a meeting planned between Agard and party leader Mia Motley to bring about healing last week did not take place, as Motley did not show up. In an interview with Barbados Today, political scientist Peter Wickham suggested that Agard's days within the party may be numbered.
I think the situation will come to a head eventually, and you know, I honestly do not believe that Dr. Agard can win this battle. I think I said it before in commenting, and I was saying that I think that really what she needs to do is to negotiate a solution, but I don't think that this is a battle that she can win. I have never known a situation in which a candidate comes up against a political party and wins that battle, and I think that what she has to do is to negotiate a soft landing for herself, and the sooner she does that, the better. If she is wise enough to understand that politically, this issue can go away very quickly. If she isn't, then I think it will come down to a situation in which she is challenged openly within the political party, and she loses the battle.
Regional governments are being advised to take more action and less talk in addressing issues relating to energy efficiencies and implementing policies to grow the sector. The warning came today from officials within the renewable energy sector as they hosted an empowering and sustainable development conference with a focus on electric mobility at the Crane Resort. The conference is aimed at identifying solutions to the challenges and areas for collaboration. It forms part of CARICOM's Energy Week. President of the Barbados Renewable Energy Association, Aidan Rogers, says he would like local government ministries to work together more often.
There needs to be a concerted effort on the part of political administrations and government staff. There's the necessary synchronization at the ministerial level of all the necessary components vital to get the whole renewable energy efficiency right. Because the whole question of electric vehicles really falls under the portfolio of a transportation ministry here, which is separate from the Ministry of Energy. And then we look at waste management concerns and we try to introduce renewable energy there. And there needs to be a concerted effort to ensure that there's that sussing and focus synchronization at the policy level so that our policies with the respective ministerial mandates are all aligned to achieve the necessary goals.
And Minister of Industry Donville Innes is giving the assurance that government is listening to their concerns, and he says they will also address the challenges by improving efficiency in fossil fuel use for transportation.
The Division of Energy is in the process of purchasing 8 electric vehicles for use in the public sector. Now, based on the success of this pilot project, government will consider the transitioning of a significant portion of our fleet of vehicles to a more sustainable technology. I would like to think there is a genuine goal that we don't need any more convincing that this is the way to go. Barbados currently has about 114,000 vehicles on our roads, of which I believe about 100 are electric vehicles, even though there seems to be some challenge in the appropriate licensing authority being able to classify vehicles as electric vehicles in Barbados. But needless to say, I believe this is an area the government can do better. I believe that we will all commit firmly to the purchase and use of more electric vehicles in the public sector in Barbados.
A St. James man is to reappear in court on December 7 to answer to drugs and firearms charges. Akil Rishado Cumberbatch of Orchid Drive, Prior Park Gardens, St. James, was remanded today after appearing in the District A Magistrates Court. He was charged with possession of cannabis, possession with intent to supply, trafficking, illegal possession of a firearm, and unlawful possession of ammunition. Police executed a search warrant at Cumberbatch's residence on Saturday when they discovered the illegal drugs weighing 1.4 kilograms, a shotgun and ammunition. He's due to appear at the Whole Town Magistrates Court on December 7th. In sport, officials of the World Anti-Doping Agency say the findings of investigations into doping among Russian athletes are worse than they thought. The statement from chairman of the probe, Dick Pound, came amid calls for Russia to be banned from competing. WADA's independent commission examined allegations of doping, cover-ups and extortion in Russian athletics. Their investigations also implicated the IAAF, the sport's world governing body. We get more in this BBC report.
Investigators say world athletics is in the grip of a crisis far deeper than they ever imagined possible. Russian athletes were, they say, the subject of widespread state-sponsored doping.
It's worse than we thought. We have found cover-ups, we found destruction of samples in the laboratories, we found payments of money in order to conceal doping tests.
The panel say they found some nasty surprises during the course of their investigation and make some specific recommendations, such as calling for 5 athletes and 5 coaches to get lifetime doping bans. The report also identifies systemic failures that prevent an effective anti-doping programme. And it states the London 2012 Olympics were sabotaged by the widespread inaction against Russian athletes.
It's quite saddening to find out that that's the level of doping that was going on. But let's not take away from the position that the IAAF and the accusation that people have been compliant in allowing it to go on and may or may not have alleged to have taken bribes in order to turn a blind eye to what was going on. It is incredibly disappointing.
In addition, the Commission say Russian secret police infiltrated doping laboratories in Moscow and at the Sochi Winter Olympics in 2014. Their report also details how over 1,400 lab samples were destroyed in Moscow just 3 days prior to an audit by the World Anti-Doping Agency.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
In news from the region, St. Vincent's opposition leader Arnim Eustace says his new Democratic Party is ready for next month's general election. Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves announced the December 9th date on Saturday night, and he told supporters he's confident that voters will return his Unity Labour Party to office for a 4th consecutive term. The ULP won 8 of the 15 seats at stake in the last election. The poll will be held ahead of the March 2016 constitutional deadline. But Eustace told a radio program today that the NDP will continue its fundraising drive to finance its election campaign, and he is confident that voters will cast their ballots in his party's favor. Finally, a Jordanian policeman has been shot dead after opening fire at a police training center outside Amman, killing 2 Americans, a South African and a Jordanian. The Jordanian embassy in Washington said the assailant wounded 5 others before he was killed. President Barack Obama says the U.S. is taking the attack very seriously. The U.S.-funded Jordan International Police Training Center hosts Palestinian and Iraqi officers, and civilian contractors from the U.S. and other countries assist Jordanian police trainers at the facility. That's the news. There's more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You could also tune in to Channel 101 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM for more news and sports. I am Mary Claire Williams. Good evening.